Hello and welcome to another episode of Words with Myself. In previous podcasts, I've spoken a lot about unhealthy relationship dynamics and not as much about positive and healthy relationship dynamics. And they can be equally as difficult to navigate, especially when you are used to dysfunctional relationships, when your typical relationships with your friends and co-workers and family and loved ones have lacked things like boundaries and honest communication and openness and trust. As you begin to work on your relationships, as you begin to develop yourself and try to prioritize those people in your life that you have decided that are worthy of that prioritization, are worthy of your investment. As you begin your journey, you may believe that everyone in your life is worthy of this investment, but then you start to notice as you apply boundaries, as you begin to adhere to your standards and demand that other people do too, treat you with a base level of respect and be open and honest with you. As you begin to apply this standard to your relationships, you'll find that not everyone is at that level of maturity yet. That some people only want you within a very specific constraint. They want you as you are, and if you begin to change, they begin to look at you different. They begin to treat you different. They begin to think that you have become a problem, that you have suddenly turned on them because maybe you choose not to overgive to them anymore, or maybe you've chose to establish some boundaries, stick up for yourself and support yourself. There are going to be people in your life that aren't able to honour this, aren't able to appreciate it, aren't able to celebrate it for you, and instead only see it as a personal attack for them, something that you have done wrong to them by being the best version of yourself, by uplifting yourself. They can see that as a selfish act, as you leaving them behind or taking something away from them. And what you will see is that these people are constantly trying to pull you back, pull you down. They will try to make you and remind you of who you were and say, be this instead. I liked this. This was good for me. Be that. They don't really care about what's best for you. They care about what's best for them. And the best thing for them is to have you as you were, not necessarily as you need to be or you want to be. But we can see it like this. I'm sure many of you have done this before, where you have some old clothes in your wardrobe and they don't fit anymore. And you live with them in that wardrobe, hoping and praying that one day maybe something will change. Maybe you'll lose weight, maybe you'll gain weight, maybe they'll become useful again, maybe they'll fit, maybe they will align with you once more. And there could be something to this. Maybe it's a good positive thing. Maybe it's your favourite dress ever and you need to get into a certain shape in order to be able to fit in the dress. So it might be positive motivation. It might be something really positive for you to make that change and prioritize that as something that you want. So it's worth keeping as something that actually uplifts you. But in a majority of cases, we just keep things because we hope that one day they will become of use again. Until we get to this point where we're so frustrated that we've got all of this stuff that we never wear in our wardrobes and we go, right, I'm getting rid of it. I'm going to take it down to the charity shop or sell it or whatever. I've got to get rid of it. I need it away from me. It's been hanging around for too long, providing no value and taking up space and time and energy. It needs to be gone. So you get rid of it. And despite it being a rather crude analogy, it fits human relationships rather well. That we hold on to these people because they've been a part of our lives. At some point, they meant something to us. They were a good fit. We aligned. But we evolved. We changed. And we can either keep people around, hoping that they're going to change with us, in trying to encourage change, trying to change them, or we simply say, it's not a good fit anymore. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with the people. There's nothing wrong with the clothes, but they're not a good fit for me anymore. And instead, I actually need to prioritize the things that I do wear, the people that I do care about, the people that are willing to listen to my needs, the people that are willing to honor and respect me, the people that care about me, the people that love me and want the best for me and want me to be happy and fulfilled. We make a choice for ourselves to prioritize those people over the people that just take. But this is where the difficulty kicks in, because people might care about us, they might love us, and we know this, and we genuinely appreciate having them in our lives. They're a net positive in our life. They are givers, they are people that love us and respect us and want us in their lives too. But we still have to apply the same things to those healthy relationships to make them actually healthy. Not just relationships with good people, but also two good people coming together and forming a good, healthy relationship. Because it will still require boundaries. It will still require trust and honesty and openness. It will still require you to communicate what you need. But in many situations, not only are we accustomed to negative relationship dynamics, and healthy relationship dynamics might be really new for us and uncomfortable, but we have a whole nother layer on top of that now. Because now we can say, I don't want to lose this person. I know that they are good for me. And it's not like where I've previously seen that people are no good for me and that I'm making requests from them and they're not being honoured. So I can say, right, distance, and I need to cut ties. Now it's a case where we're saying, we really love this person and this person loves us. But I have some needs that aren't necessarily being met. But I don't want to bring these up or confront the person on this or raise them, because maybe they won't want to give them to me. Maybe if I communicate my needs and tell people what I need from them, let them in on my thoughts and feelings, be open and honest with them, it might put them off. It might drive a wedge between us. If I tell this person that I love and that I believe loves me what I need, they may decide that they don't love me anymore. And I might lose them. And I might lose that good thing because I've told them what I need. And it can almost sound silly when it's put so frankly like that. But that is genuinely what a lot of us feel like. That if we communicate how we feel and what we need from our relationship, then it's going to destroy it. And in actual fact, it's the uncommunicated need that will destroy the relationship, not the communicated one. But previously in our relationships, we've been so used to making requests and communicating our needs and them not being met that we're worried that that is the problem, that our communication and our needs are the problem and not the misalignment of people. But in actual fact, that quite simply is the case. It's not the questions or the asking for what you need that is the problem, it's who you're asking. But sometimes we can have those unconscious fears that that person doesn't actually love us. That nagging little doubt in the back of our head that sometimes screams at us. That voice says, if you ask this, if you tell this person what you need, they are going to run the other way. They are going to abandon you. They won't love you anymore. When in actual fact, it will solidify your relationship. It will bring you closer together. It will allow you to harmonize and align with those people. Because those people want to love you. And if you're able to tell them, this is how you can best love me. This is what I need from you to feel like you appreciate, respect, and love me. This is what I need. If they do love you, then of course they're going to say, absolutely, I want to do that. I want to do that 100%. Thank you. Thank you so much for telling me how to love you. Because I've been guessing and I've been trying, but now you've made it so clear for me, I can love you in the best way possible. Exactly as you need to be loved, as you want to be loved, as you desire to be loved. And if they don't, then it's a quite clear indication that you have misrepresented the relationship in your own head. You believe that the person loves you, but their actions and the way that they treat you and the relationship is very different from how you believe that relationship to exist in your mind. So in either case, it's a win-win. On one side, you get your needs met. On the other side, you root out somebody who wasn't aligned with you in the first place. And this communication of needs is so vital to every relationship, to your friendships, to your partnerships, to your colleagues, to your spouse, to your children. This communication of needs is fundamental to every relationship in order for it to be healthy. I'll give a good example of this. Let's say that you set a goal and you want to go to the gym 3 times a week, or you want to lose a certain amount of weight, or you want to put on a certain amount of muscle, whatever the goal is. And you come home and you're exhausted, your feet hurt, your energy's drained. Now, as a spouse, as a partner, they may want to love you and say, let me take care of you. Rest. You don't have to go to the gym. Don't worry about it. You can go to the gym another day. Just take today off. You're tired. Don't worry about going. And they may believe that they are loving you in the best way possible. Because what they're doing is they're encouraging you to rest, encouraging you to take a break, because that's what you've communicated that you needed by your body language, right? That you've come home, you're exhausted, they know you're exhausted, and they don't want you to be exhausted because they love you and they want you to be happy and comfortable. But in your head, that's not the kind of love you want. You want support. You want encouragement. You want, when you're feeling drained and down, you want someone to tell you, you know what? You've got this. Have a little 5-minute sit down, recharge, have a coffee, and go to the gym. I know you can do it. I believe in you, and you'll feel much better after. That might be how you want to be loved in that moment. But if you haven't communicated that with your partner, how are they supposed to know? When you set your goals, if you're doing that with your partner, even better, but you can bring them along, bring them into that and say, you know what? I'm setting these goals. This is something I really want to accomplish this year. Can you help me? Can you support me in doing this? If I say I'm tired or I can't be bothered, just pick me up, encourage me to continue with this and remain disciplined and committed. Most likely they're going to go, yes, absolutely. I will help you with this. I want to support and encourage you to be the best version of yourself, to do the things that you want to do, the things that you want to achieve. I 100% will support you with this. But if the communication wasn't there, then there would be something different. There would be this resentment. There would be this, this person is dragging me down. This person is actually becoming a hindrance. I'm trying to go to the gym and get in shape, and they're trying to encourage me to stay at home. They're trying to encourage me to eat food and relax. But if I haven't asked to be loved in that way, if I haven't asked for that support as opposed to that comfort, then I haven't given my partner a fair chance. I am expecting them to guess what I need. And it may be obvious to us, but it's not always obvious to someone else. They may see it as obvious that they want to help and support you by telling you to take a break. That might be how they believe it's what you need in that moment. And if you need encouragement, that's what you should be asking for, not reprimanding them for trying to love you in a different way. We need to get comfortable asking for the support we need, for the love that we need. We need to get comfortable asking for our needs to be met from the people that we love. Because if they are not willing to do it, then it's a good sign that maybe that relationship isn't actually a good alignment. Or maybe it's just that they don't feel like they can support you in that way. But then they should be looking for other ways that they can support you, or recommending a better solution, a better way that they can help you. If your partner isn't particularly active, but you want to run a marathon, you may ask them to support you and come with you running every day. But that might not be what they want. That might not be what's best for them. So they might say to you, going for a run every day is not a way that I feel like I can support you and still stay true to me. But I will help you create a running schedule. I'll help you plan routes. I'll fetch your water bottle every day before you go for your run. I'll encourage you. I'll support you. I'll cheer you on. That might be their way of showing you that love and meeting that need without dishonoring their own. So take a moment tonight, sit with this and ask yourself, what are your unmet needs? What do you feel like you need more from your relationships? How can people love you the best? It might help you to write this down and really think through each of your relationships, everyone that you're close with. Where do I feel like this relationship could improve for me? And then go and speak to them, open the dialogue. You may say something like, I'd really like to talk about how we can improve our relationship together. And these are some things that I need. And I'd like for you to tell me some things that you feel like you need. And maybe you want to take some time away and think about that. And then we'll get together and have that conversation. And do this with everyone that you love. Because no relationship that is meant to be, that is aligned, is going to suffer for communicating and talking about how it could be improved or how the needs of each other can be met even more deeply. Thank you for listening.